Hi guys, this is a short performance review of the Asus Strix G15. I made some charts for you guys. I would have liked to make a proper review, but I do not have the conditions to make a review properly because I don't have the proper lighting, a better camera and so on. So I just made some charts. I compared the performance of the laptop's display compared to an external display. You will see that there's quite a difference in there, especially in high FPS games like CSGO, for example. So yeah, before going into them, I just want to tell you that the main selling point of this laptop is probably the display and the CPU. It has the 5900HX, which is a great CPU, but it doesn't perform that well, to be honest. I don't have an insanely high CPU score in 3D Mark. But the display itself is amazing. This is a 2K 165Hz display, 100% sRGB coverage. So if you want to do photo editing or anything, this display is really accurate and is crystal sharp. I mean, I will never probably buy a 1080p laptop again, just because I really like the sharpness and the quality of 1440p display on a laptop. It looks amazing in games as well. So I'll show you the charts right now. We'll start with the gaming charts first. So we have the red bar, which is the laptop displays results, and the green bar, which is external display results. Okay, so in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, for example, as you can see, we have like a 10 to 20% improvement with the external display. I also noticed that the 3D Mark scores also got higher once I plugged the external display into the laptop. This is just amazing, and to be honest with you, if you want to get a laptop and you don't have a display, or you don't want to use an external display, get a laptop with a max switch included. So this way you will get the full benefit of the GPU, because else you'll be spending money just so you won't be able to get the full benefit of your GPU, and that sucks. So if you want to use the internal display of the laptop, get a laptop with a max switch included, so you can switch to the discrete graphics mode and use the entire performance of the GPU. Okay, yeah, so pretty much my GPU was overclocked. As you can see, I typed it in here, core by 150 and the memory by 400. Call of Duty Warzone, the same thing. Here the gains are even even higher, especially on lower settings. So the higher the frame rate, the more benefit you will get once you use the external display. So in here, for example, on low settings 1080p, I'm getting 30 more frames, which is like 30% more. In CSGO the difference is huge, and you will see it right now. This in CSGO 1080p high settings, I was getting 250 frames already. Once I plugged my external display into it, the benchmark got 369 frames. That's over 50%. That's huge. It's pretty much 50%. That's a huge difference. Also in World of Warcraft, but I didn't make any charts for it, the performance difference is again 50%. So I was having 66 frames. Once I plugged the external display, I was having 100. So I don't know why these laptops don't include a max switch. This is a performance killer, but yeah, it is what it is. So if you have an external display, be sure to plug it into your laptop and you'll get the full benefit. Again, 1080p low settings, pretty much almost double the performance, from 272 to 478 frames. That's a huge difference just by plugging in your external display. GTA 5, here the difference is not that huge. It's about 10 frames in 1440p and 1080p as well. So yeah, and something else that you should know is once you plug the external display into your laptop, you will see that your temperatures will get higher. Especially in Call of Duty, the temps got up to 92 degrees on the CPU and 83 on the GPU. So yeah, that's quite a high jump in temperatures, to be honest. So if you're gonna use the external display, be aware of that. The temps get high, but I didn't have any stutters, and that's okay in the end. And I also have Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I haven't plugged the external display into this one because I haven't installed the game again, just because it takes a lot of time to download the game again and install it and so on, because I told you the SSD is too small to make all these changes so many times. Yeah, as far as the benchmarks go for the CPU performance, I will show that the 3D Mark as you can see, this is my default 3D Mark score with the internal display without anything else. GPU overclocked as well, like the other games that I tested. This is my default performance. Now compare this to this one. So my CPU gets like 400 more points pretty much. I mean the GPU. Or am I mistaking in here? Let me check. Yeah, it's inverse. Yeah, this is right. So the CPU got pretty much 300 more points, and the GPU got like 100 extra or 200 extra, and so using the external display gives a boost pretty much overall by 10% on your system or so. So this is it's quite considerable, to be honest. This is in Sandbench. These are the results for a single core and for multi-score as well. The CPU is doing a good job. It's not amazing, but it's doing a good job. It's way better than the i9 10980HK, but yeah, this is to be expected. The AMD CPUs are way better right now. And when it comes to temperatures, this is pretty much what you should expect. Usually I'm using the manual mode on this laptop, and I'm turning my fans to 90% pretty much the entire time. I don't care about the noise. I'm using headphones usually, so I prefer lower temps over noise. I don't really care because I can hear the noise. Okay, so these results are in turbo mode. So we have the cooling pad as well and the turbo mode, so we are getting 38 degrees on the CPU in idle and 46 for the GPU. And while playing let's say eSports games or games that are not so demanding or so hard on the system, your temps will stay below 80s the entire time. So this is for World of Warcraft, for example. These are my temps in World of Warcraft pretty much the entire time. 76 on the CPU, 73 on the GPU. If you're gonna play AAA titles, these are the temps that you should expect. Your CPU will reach 84 to 85 probably, and the GPU hits almost the 80s. But if you will plug your laptop to an external display, be aware of that. Your temps will go through the roof. I'll probably make another video, and I will show you guys how high the temps get in Call of Duty once I hook my external display. I cannot do this right now because I'm recording with OBS and I have to switch to integrated graphics in order for it to work and capture the display. But I will make another video and I will show that to you guys. So if you're thinking of buying this laptop, actually, this is a great choice. For the money that I paid, like $1,600 for this machine, is just amazing. Once you hook this to an external display, the performance will be way better, especially in eSports. You'll get like 40% more frames or 40% more frames, which is insane. I was quite disappointed with the FPS that I got in CSGO, but once I plugged the external display, I was like, whoa, what, dude? I had the previous AMD laptop before, and once I plugged the external display, the difference wasn't that considerable. It was about 20% or 10%. But this time, this is huge. I guess it varies from one laptop to another, but yeah, the difference is quite considerable. When it comes to battery life, you should expect about 4 to 5 hours. I have never used it on battery mode. I'm always using this laptop hooked up to the charger, but yeah, just so you know, 19 watts hour should be about 4 to 5 hours on average. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. These are my thoughts on the laptop. I love pretty much everything about it, the keyboard, everything. The fans are not super loud, the speakers are okay. They are not amazing, they could be louder, but they are decent. They are doing a decent job. You don't have any sort of nice bass or whatever. I would give them probably an 8 out of 10, but overall, for this amount that you'll pay, you'll get pretty much an insane machine compared to the previous gen. I mean, compared to the RTX 2070 laptops that were before, you're getting a way better machine right now with a much lower price and an amazing screen. So yeah, pretty much you'll just have to upgrade the RAM if you want to 32 gigs, add one more SSD, and you're good to go. So yeah guys, these are pretty much my thoughts about this laptop. So for any questions, leave them in the comment below. or any requests. And yeah, see you in the next one. Peace.